Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I am an artist and spiritualist. I come to speak about the spiritual ascension path, the inner transmutation, about the connection to the world of spirit. I'm under a tree. It's like near a lake, so there's a lot of wind. I'm sorry, but I thought I find a quiet place. I'm going to pull a few records for the day and to discuss a few ideas, but continue to cultivate your dream, your vision, and no matter what, it's very, very important to not allow the doubts of others to interfere with your own vision. And you can rely on your guides on the spirit of God even. But for a long time I needed my guide to connect to my I am presence. For the I am presence is the ultimate, not the ultimate at this point in time, but in time and space, but more the supreme consciousness of the universe, the one that is all that is one. And so for a long time I needed my guides to assist me to climb to this mountain, to connect to my I am presence. Now my I am presence is very well anchored within me, and so I'm asking my I am presence to elevate my consciousness so that I can be closer to my guides, so they can receive their wisdom and their love and their understanding. And for our guides are great beings of divine love and light. And so I'm going to put a few oracles. I'm just sharing some sorts of my perceptions, the tools, ideas, but everybody's got to define what they believe, what they choose to believe. It's all about that. For the highest wisdom is the light. The light is a particle and a wave. It is not something eventually we're going to fuse within the liquid light of truth. We're going to have this liquid light of truth. For love is the glue that bounds the universe. But in some sense, what they are, because there are so many forces that we are unknown. Just for the world of matter to exist within each atom, there has to be this power of will of the creator for the reality to manifest, and it is constantly supported by the creator, which is also the controller of all reality. And so what we need to understand is communication. There's going to be communication coming in, and we have to continue to communicate through our intention, practicing telepathy and all those things, and also be clear in our communication. What we need to do is unity, continue to see yourself as the whole. For Immanuel Kant was reminding us, when we see he's not the only one, but to see the whole first is like to find a peace for the world. Everybody has to let go of the individual perspective and consider the whole as one. For if we consider that all is one, when we do harm to someone else, it's doing harm to ourselves, this is how karma was created. It's the ignorance of the belief that there could be a separation between. For it is all very subtle, but we continue to cultivate this sense of love and unity and joy, and the outcome will be accomplishment. We're accomplishing the completion of a cycle, a very long cycle. For it was a lot more difficult than we thought when we came into this planet. But all things are really moving forward. I was informed that for those who serve the light are really in service to God. It's like in Islam, you're submitted to the Creator, to the will of the Creator. And so a lot of people were incarnated to serve the light, to serve the will of God. And there were some great souls that were given the opportunity to incarnate within very prominent position, and some of them are following their path in relationship to the Creator. But I won't point out to anyone. But there are some people that I was informed that they were supposed to bring the light into they were coming to serve the Creator, but they chose the dark side because of fame, because of money, because of sex. It was a lot easier, and so the value of loyalty is only because there is a possibility of betrayal. If there was no possibility of betrayal, there could be no value in loyalty. So everybody has to face a certain, although there is no judgment, every action has, there is something to learn from every experience, but we have to be able to realign. And for spirit is very patient and very kind and compassionate. And so it's, so we'll see. There is always also the possibility that people will return to the light as more consciousness comes in. I'm going to pull one card and even in the spiritual world, the higher spirit realm, beings are created with free will. it may sound strange, but their free will is the choice. They will never. There are so many beings on the higher planes that will always choose to stay within the love, wisdom of the Creator. That will never to transgress the will of the Creator. Sometimes even small transgressions are adding to the process, but. And some transgressions have no consequences, negative consequences. Yet it is good to stay aligned with our truth. And so those higher spirits are always choosing to complete, to fulfill the path of the Creator, as well as yet there are certain level of celestial beings that were created with the possibility of disloyalty, like Lucifer. There was for Lucifer and Saturn, then his first associate Saturn and Beelzebub and Caligastia and all. That's how this planet became in quarantine. They rebelled. They was part of the rebellion, but we came here in mass to liberate this planet, and all the power of the snake, the power of the ego, to all of that will soon be confronted to its own illusions. But when this whole truth will come out, a lot of people will be shocked. The only thing that will assist them is because everybody, no matter who they are, they've been within the environment. There was at least one conspiracist, what they call conspiracist, that informed them of certain truths that will come out eventually, and so they will return when the truths come out. Hopefully it's going to come out relatively quickly, not too quickly so that it doesn't break down the society, but enough so that we can move on to the next level. And they will remember that they've been informed, and they will come back to you if you have a broad. So continue to cultivate this light, this truth, bring the truth, whatever truth there is, and remain true to yourself. And because at the end, that's really the only thing that matters. I'm going to pull one card. The card of the day is the orphan. So it's like sometimes we feel completely isolated. For me, for instance, it's like right now, it's like I never thought, it's like, I know for many decades, my spirit, my consciousness and my spirit and my soul have been resolving planetary problems, celestial problems, galactic problems. Yet to deal with my daily life, it's my little human life, I never thought I would be like penniless and homeless. And it's like, but Spirit promised me a good life for this life, so I'll just continue. And it's like, you have to continue to cultivate the faith. And so this orphan is like this feeling of abandonment. And so as we reconnect progressively to the love of God, we're starting to, by magnetic attraction, to attract other people that can support. And as we work together as community or family, then we will be able to move forward. And so the card of the final card from this oracle is the milk and honey. Continue to focus, cultivate this well-being, all those things. Know what is it you really want, what makes you feel good, what inspires you, and focus on that. And so it is important. We're really at a turning point, and for all the level of manipulation that has been going on here is utterly beyond anything that's ever been seen before. But it's so obvious to those who are awakened. So it's like you will continue until people do awake. So it's like nothing to fear. Just know you're protected. It's like I've been yesterday. The Spirit showed me it was like that I'm completely protected by Allah, God, the Creator. And it was also telling me at another time that there is a great powerful power of healing through the Islam. For it has to be not Islam of the Middle Age, but the modern conception of you and God only, and so, but every religion will lead. It's important to bring everybody into the light, whether they're Christian, whether they're Hinduist, whether they're Muslims, whether they're even atheists. The Buddha was an atheist. He achieved ascension, he achieved enlightenment, then he found God up there. So it's like there is no escape in finding the Creator. But all those things are completely absurd and nonsense to an atheist. For an atheist, will not really necessarily is not. You can bring a horse to the water, but you cannot force him to drink. And everybody will awaken to the reality of truth and spirit when it is their time. So it's just about allowing everybody to follow their own path and to learn their own lessons as much as possible, and to move into the state of grace as much as possible. Continue to breathe deeply. For breath is very important because once there was a Buddha that he asked his disciple, do you know the length of the human life? And one said 100 years, and the Buddha says no. And the other say 1 day, the Buddha says no. Then we don't know. So the Buddha says it takes the time of an inspiration and an expiration. So it's important to take conscious breaths, as not all of them necessarily, but regularly to be conscious of just breathing, clear up the mind, and so that will definitely bring us back to, because Spirit is very patient. I had to thank my I am presence regardless of all my complaints and all my frustration in this world, because I know it's been very, very consistent in the good. It's been consistent. It's been very supportive all throughout all of our life. Whether we're conscious or not, we have this presence of God that because just for the world to exist, the will of God has to be there. For every atom, the atoms just the gravity of the atom through everything. For love is the glue of the universe, and there is all kinds of dimensions where we learn all kinds of lessons, and so we chose that one for now. And so we want to to create a good life as much as possible, to enjoy our life, to be in the appreciation and gratitude for life, for what we have, for even if we think we have nothing, we already have something. Just to think that we have nothing, even when we sick, it's like, in order for us to be sick, to have one part of ourselves, that our physical body, that could be sick, that could be painful, that means there is a thousand other systems that function. So it's like we want to continue to cultivate health, wealth, happiness, to choose happiness as a prime condition, unconditional happiness regardless of circumstances, so that we can become dominant within ourselves, and we can attract by magnetic attraction all the circumstances that will move us back into the state of grace and flow. So I just wanted to come and say hello. I'm gonna sing a song. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I thank you for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. I put the tree that I accepted to host, to protect me from the sun here while I do this video. I wanted to find a quiet place to record it. I'm going to sing again a song that went through my mind this morning. I've sang it before, but it kept coming back, so I'm going to sing it. It's called Wild Horses. Childhood living, it's easy to do the things you wanted. I bought them for you, graceless lady. You know who I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hands. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I watch you suffer a dull aching pain. Now you've decided to show me the same. No sweeping exit or off stage line could make me feel bitter or treat you unkind. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. You know I've dreamt you a sin and a lie. I have my freedom, but I don't have much time. Face has been broken, tears must be cried. Let's do some living after we die. Wild horses, we'll ride them someday. Wild, wild horses, we'll ride them someday. I saw the Rolling Stones. I don't know if it wouldn't be better to say, let's do some living before we die. It would have been more practical, maybe. But you never know. Life is eternal, and we'll continue the program afterwards in any events. But I just wanted to wish you a good day. It was great. I keep sensing great celebration, great freedom, great joy, great creativity coming. And yet the mind keeps bringing us back to the physical realm, and so that creates a challenge. So the bottom card is strength. We pull 2 cards. It's really about the heart opening. It says strength and grace expressed through kindness, trust in yourself, forgiveness. And the other card is you can be proud of the work you have accomplished. It is by practicing that we learn. Think about returning to study or learning something new. So it's the 8 of Ariel. So continue to cultivate yourself, to learn, to grow, to evolve, to let go of all belief. We're all learning, we're all growing here. For it is a school of education that is really hard years. We were not really planning to go through all that, but there will be great rewards for all the things we accept to transmute in the name of the Creator, and know that everybody that serves the Creator will eventually work as one, and there will be this force will be unstoppable in the realization of the new age and this new potential. For there are many places on the earth where this will of God already dominates. And the heart, it's really in the heart of people. It's really from heart to heart. It's not everything happens within the heart. The problem is that we moved into the mind disconnected from the heart, and so the mind alone is not. The mind has to work with the heart in order to find its balance. Well, thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. Adonai.